Hello. So we have two stores here, Pet Store A and Pet Store B. Both pet stores sell 4 pets: dogs, cats, fish, and bats. But Store A is a lot bigger. And we want to compare the number of dogs and cats and fish and bats sold relative to the size of the store. And to do that, it's best to draw a picture. And yes, we could draw a bar chart to show these categorical variables, but it in fact would be better to draw a segmented bar chart. And just to have an idea of what a segmented bar chart looks like, here is an example. This compares two stores, Store A and Store B, and the number of fruit sold: apples, bananas, and pears. And if you look, the y-axis goes up to 100%, and each bar goes up to 100%, and the bar is composed of the breakdown of each category. And that is our goal here. And of course, we need to get these values into percents. And so if you remember, percent equals part over whole times 100. So let's make a third column here labeled percent. And now for story, let's calculate the percent. So the first one, dogs, part is 272. And let's find the whole, which is going to be the total here. So let's figure out what the total is right in the bottom here. So 272 plus 128 plus 862 plus 21. The total number of animals purchased is 1,283. Now, let's use that to divide out these numbers. 272 divided by 1,283 times 100. We're going to round to the nearest tenth here. That's going to be 21.2% for dogs. 128 for cats divided by 1,283 times 100 is going to give us 10.0%. For fish, 862 divided by 1,283 times 100 is going to give us 67.2%, and then 21 divided by 1,283 times 100 is going to give us 1.6. Okay, so that's for Store A, the percents. And while we're at it, actually, if you recall looking at this example of a segmented bar chart, the first category is just what percent of that category is. But in the next category, you add on the percent bananas, let's say in this example, plus the percent apples. You add on the percent from the category before. Else that's called it's called a cumulative percent. So over here, let's make a third column and label it cumulative percent. And to find that, we're just going to add up. So the first one is going to be 21.2%, but the next one is not just 10%, it's 10% plus 21.2, it's going to be 31.2. And do the same thing for fish. 67.2 is going to be 98.4. And of course, it's always going to end at 100 if you did it right. Now, let's go up to Store B. So we'll make a column for percents. Percent is part over whole. So for dogs, let's find the total here, just so we have that. 51 plus 28 plus 107 plus 11, 197. So now part over whole, 51 divided by 197 will give us 25.9 to the nearest tenth. 28 divided by 197 times 100 is going to give us 14.2. 107 divided by 197 times 100 is 54.3. 11 divided by 197 times 100 is 5.6 to the nearest tenth. And of course, now we want to get cumulative percents, where you just keep a running total of the percents. So the first one is just 25.9, but the next one's not just 14.2, it's whatever was before, which is 14.2 plus 25.9, 40.1, now 54.3, 94.4, I'm sorry, 94.4, and the last one ends at 100. Alrighty, so Now we can construct our segmented bar chart. So as you saw in our example, our y-axis and our x-axis need to be drawn. And our y-axis we label percent. Our x-axis and the y-axis we're going to go up to 100%. So let's go by tens. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, and 100. Alrighty. Now our x-axis we're going to label for our two distributions we're comparing, which is store A and store B. Now I'll draw two big bars that go all the way up to 100%. Alright, now let's use our running totals to complete this chart. So dogs, in store A, dogs are 21.2%. So go up 21.2%. Then go following our running totals, the cats goes up to 31.2%. And just going to label dog, it's going to be cat. Then fish goes up to 98.4%. And then here it's going to be hard to fit because nobody wants bats, so there's very few of them, but we'll just draw an arrow there and say bats. Alright, let's do store B. So dogs is 25.9% here. Cats, you go all the way up to 40.1%, and that's going to be cats. Fish, go up to 99.4%. Boy, very few bats. So that's going to be bats way up there. It's hard to see. Alrighty, that's our segmented bar chart. I hope you enjoyed this video.